There's a reason for that. Don't worry about the reason. There we go. That time I know I shot it. I could feel it, things like that piece of cardboard. It's been shot with a .45 caliber 1911. Who's ready for this? Are you guys ready for this? I'm ready for this. That is a beautiful weapon. Let's fire this weapon. Choo! That was cool. That was pretty freaking cool. Alright, audience. This isn't really going to be an episode of Backyard Reach. If you don't feel like watching it, I won't blame you. It's fine. Right now, I just blew the hell out of that AC system. I could probably make another episode about it, but I kind of just feel like doing some pleasure shooting. So, in case anything happens, I'm going to be recording it with my little GoPro there. Other than that, we're just going to watch some mindless, senseless destruction. So I was thinking how the 30-06 rounds didn't go through. They were soft tip. They probably tore the inside, completely to high hell. But I'm curious to see if a Full Metal Jacket Mosin Nagant round makes it through. Let's find out. It did. The Mosin Nagant Full Metal Jacket round punched right through that thing. We're going to shoot it again, a little higher where the 30-06 rounds went through. And we're going to see if we can hit whatever it is that the 30-06 rounds bounced off of. Hit it about the same. That one went through too. It actually went through no problem. That really leaves me to think about just how different the softcore tips are from the Mosin Nagant rounds. Softcore tips break apart really, really quickly to cause as much damage as possible. They are made to kill. So our first Mosin round came out right there. Our second looks like it might have been spinning or something because it came out right here. We got little bits of AC system falling out. Oh, and little bits of jacket from the Mosin Nagant round too. That's not a piece of jacket. So after that test, sad to say I am now out of Mosin Nagant ammo. I need to make my way down to the store and pick up some more if I feel like shooting that some more. But I do have plenty of AK-47 ammo, plenty of hollow points, and Full Metal Jackets. So let's go ahead, load some of those up, and see what kind of piercing power those. Alright, much like normal, I have no idea how much ammo I have in this magazine, but I know a fantastic way to find out. Bits of foam flying all over the place. Let's go see what that did. I myself am kind of curious about it, because I imagine they have relatively the same stopping power as about half the Mosin Nagant. Penetration power, at least. Doesn't look like any of them made them out the other side, though. Goes to show how much stronger that Mosin Nagant round is. Of course, it's, twice the size. Well, let's load in some hollow points and see what kind of damage that does. Alright, we got 3 hollow points. I don't have a whole lot of hollow points left, so I'm not going to burn through a whole bunch. I could go out and get more, but I can buy Full Metal Jackets by the surplus from where I am. tried aiming at a different spot than where I was aiming so we could really see the comparison between the two. I can feel how the hollow point ammo I have is a much better quality than that Full Metal Jacket ammo. It's traveling probably quite a bit faster because it's got quite a deal more kick. One of the hollow points I shot in that cluster, the other two I shot over here, just to see what kind of exit wounds we get. I'd say right there is probably our hollow point exit, seeing as that was not there before. Do we have an exit over here from our hollow point? No, but we do have little bits of shrapnel. That looks like they weren't there before either. I bet you these right here were pieces of the bullet that were going to go through, but decided not to. I have one Full Metal Jacket 30-06, and I kind of want to save it for something else. I don't think that I'm going to shoot it. It's not even a Full Metal Jacket, it's like an API round for a 30-06. It's a serious little bullet. So instead of firing that, I think I'm going to fire some Full Metal Jacket 45 ACP rounds. Originally, I thought that my 45 ACP here was going to be much more expensive to shoot because I thought 45 rounds were expensive. Turns out they're not. They're actually relatively cheap, especially compared to the other ammo I buy. Alright, that was pretty cool, but before we go check it out, I'm going to shoot it again. That bullet's got quite a bit of force behind it. To kick the gun like it does, and to kick that AC unit like it freaking does, that little tiny bullet just throws the AC unit 6 inches backwards. Look, my hand's turning red because of the damn 45. Let's see. 2 of the shots I put through here, and they went right through, right out the back. I saw dust flying back there. I'm not entirely sure which holes those are. Anyway, a couple of the rounds I stuck in through right here, and I don't foresee them going out the back, but we're going to check that anyway. Looks like we did. We did have something come out, and something right there too. How about that? I was not expecting those 45s to, I mean, even if they weren't whole, we still had something come out, which is absolutely amazing if you ask me. Like a 30-06 round, those 30-06 rounds must have hit something or something, because there's no way that a 45 made it through there and a 30-06 didn't. But then again, 45 or Full Metal Jacket, 30-06 round was a soft core designed to break apart. There's no telling. Like there is really no telling. I'm going to turn it around and see if I can blow out the switch there with a 30-06 soft point. Alright, I went to turn it around and look what I found right here. One of our 45 Full Metal Jacket rounds just laying in that debris right there. It looks like it might have. Let's see. What do you think did that? Like, I have no idea. It looks like it came out right here actually and just kind of stopped right there. Or maybe it was right here and bounced off and like landed right there or something. What are the odds that it would be right there? Like, I have absolutely zero idea. I bet we couldn't do that again if our life depended on it. There's another. These 45s, I mean, they stand up way more than what we're putting them through. I feel like we could double their power before the bullets actually start to fly apart. Maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll take a 45 bullet apart and just pour a bunch of gunpowder in there, because there's not there's a lot of room in there for more gunpowder. Alright, those 2 rounds that I have means I have 2 more rounds to send to people who share my videos. I mean, there's a lot of people out there that probably wouldn't want one of these. They'd be like, dude, it's not worth it. We're not going to let you bribe us. And that's fine. You know, don't share it. But there's a lot of people out there who'd be like, wow, that's cool. You know, I'm gonna help this guy out. I'm gonna scratch his back so maybe he can scratch mine. Send him this freaking 45 bullet. 280 grain. These have been shot. They're not active. I take the bullet, stick it back in the shell with some sort of sealant or sand to stop it from popping itself back into the bullet so it looks normal. I just find it absolutely fascinating that this bullet here has been fired before. Doesn't look like it, does it? And I'm sure there's a lot of people out there that are just as fascinated by it as I am. Okay, now comes the most important question. Oh yeah, I forgot what I was doing. I'm gonna go turn that thing around and then shoot at it with the 30-aught. You know, from a distance, because all the wiring in that old AC unit is made of copper, it kind of looks like there's just a bunch of copper jackets lacing the outside of those bullet holes. But that's just copper tubing from the AC system itself. But speaking of copper jacket, that one went through. That one went in and out the other side. You know, whenever people say copper jacket, they all imagine, you know, a bullet with a copper jacket around it. Back whenever I was young and I heard the term copper jacket, I imagined a literal jacket that you wear made out of copper. I think it would be very, very, very fascinating to have one of those. I might go about making one. We'll see. Little tiny hole going in. I know it passed through. Where's our exit wound? There's our exit wound. You can definitely tell because that's an outward burst. So there's quite a bit of spread with that soft core bullet. It kind of mushrooms out like a hollow point would. I'm gonna shoot it some more. Alright, I've got 2 things that I want to do to this. First thing, I got my MP40 up here with a pretty sizable magazine. I'm just gonna go pepper it. That is very, very satisfying. The second thing I have, just as soon as I move this and this, set this down, I have a high power Federal buckshot round that I'm going to shoot at that AC system just for my own entertainment. I only have one of these though. I don't know how old this is. I don't know where I got it from. I've just kind of had it in the back for a long, long time. Let's see how well it works. I bet it fires fine. It did in fact fire fine. What do you say, audience? What do you say we head on over there and check it out? The 22 rounds I littered it with, a good portion of them I fired on the top, just because it was cool. And they busted out little bits and pieces around here. And our buckshot rounds seem to have caused quite a few holes here. There's no way that these are 22 rounds. No way 22 rounds went all the way through there. 30-06 barely went all the way through there. These came in right there. That's not an exit hole. Those are entrances. So it doesn't look like that these came out. Unless, of course, they came out over here on this side. What the hell is this silver thing in there? See that, audience? I don't like how intact that thing is. So I'm going to take care of that right. You know, I've been told that an AK-47 is not as accurate as an AR-15. Now, that might have some truth to it, but I also feel a lot of that has to do with the shooter. Like, if you have someone who really knows how to fire an AK-47, who has, you know, a 16 times scope on it, I feel like he could take out someone from quite a ways down. Now, the 7.62 bullet is a relatively slow-moving bullet compared to the 223 or the 5.56 that the ARs fire, but it just has so much more stopping power. Although the AR-15 round does have more penetrating power because it's a smaller bullet that's moving faster. But man, this one right here is just so much more destructive. I don't like how big and bulky my earmuffs are. It's kind of hard to aim my guns with my damn muffs in the way. But my earmuffs do still work relatively well, considering everything. Did I shoot it? I did! I shot it. I shot it like twice. I shot it once right there and I barely skimmed it right there. There's something pink in there. I don't know why there's something pink in there. I don't know what that pink thing is. Get back in there. I think my AC system might need a little maintenance. What do you think, audience? Let's bring it back up. Come on, baby. Don't be like that. Is that broken glass? Whew. Little bits of AC system were falling all over the place. I want to shoot it some more. I really do, but I'm not entirely sure what to shoot it with. I'm gonna load up some birdshot rounds in my shotgun and go to town with that. Alright, audience, I have some cheap Universal 8 birdshot in this thing. I feel like they could have stuck a lot more gunpowder in these to make them much more powerful. But I guess they have enough power. Kind of. I think it's safe to say that it's been shot. Alright, audience. I'm gonna clean this up. I'm gonna do something. What do I feel like doing? Audience, what do I feel like doing right now? I want to do something sweet. See that cinder block right there? Maybe I'll shoot that to see if it does any damage to this thing. Safe to say those birdshot rounds tore it up though. Like, it seems to have torn it up quite a bit. Okay, I want to see how much penetrating power those soft core 30-06 rounds have. So I'm going to put the cinder block right there on the bottom. We have a couple of little splotches right there, but I feel like if I shoot it with the 30-06 round, if it penetrates enough to be seen, we'll be able to see it. I don't foresee it penetrating that all that well, although I do have that API 30-06 round. I'm gonna go grab it. I'm gonna go grab that API 30-06 round. Alright, I know I was calling it an API round. I apologize for that. It is not an API round, it is an AP round. Still a very bad round though. Of course, it's old. This is an old round. This round is from like 1940 something. should still fire pretty fine though. Of course, I'm gonna go ahead and come over here to this hole and take cover from flying shrapnel. All right, audience, I'm ready. Alright, that was pretty cool. I've never had to take cover from something like that. Wait, that's not true. I took cover for the mailbox that I was trying to explode with gunpowder, but gunpowder doesn't seem to explode whenever you shoot it. I was going to fill it full of primers, but I thought, nah. Okay, let's come have a look at this. We do have... No, those are nails. This right here is... What is this? That's not a bullet. That AP round definitely did a number to our cinder block here. But I don't see anything indicating a shot right there. Which means that AP round was stopped by concrete. Which means it probably wasn't an AP round. I've never had an AP round get stopped by cement. Of course, it was a really old round. And to be honest, it didn't feel like it fired properly. Like, we still had... I bet it didn't burn off all that gunpowder. Which is kind of disappointing, because it didn't have as much kick as they should have. But I am going to shoot that thing with a soft core tip, just to compare the explosions. Now, where's my 30-06 at? 30-06? Oh, there you are. I'm also taking cover for this one. Alright, I'm ready. We have like a big foxhole back there that I'm taking cover in. It looks like our soft point round, or at least a piece of it, made it through. I bet our AK-47 rounds could probably make it through a cinder block pretty easy. There's an idea. This, no, that's been there. That's nothing new. Alright, I don't think that our soft core made it through this. I'm not surprised on that. I was, however, surprised on our AP round not making it through. Oh well. I feel like the bottom's not destroyed enough. We're gonna have to fix that, audience. Or are we? Maybe I'll save that for something else. That API, or AP round, not API. I'm so used to saying API because I used to have a lot of API rounds. I don't anymore. Thanks for joining me on this fantastic day, audience. I had a great day. I love shooting stuff. I love it with like a passion, almost. I will gladly put myself in crippling debt to buy more weapons and ammo, because I've done it before. Trying to stop that, though. Note how I don't have any new guns this week. Like, subscribe, and share this video to your friends and family and neighbors and aunts and uncles. The ones who share this video and tell me that they shared them. I brought this up earlier, but I'm not sure if I brought this up in this video. I'm going to send them a fired round. It's been fired. I went out there and I got the actual bullet heads, yada yada yada. Y'all saw that earlier. And I put them back in their casing to make it look like a non-fired casing. But I just find it fascinating that they've been fired before. I foresee my friend Christian Kunn. Hi Christian, how you doing? I foresee him sharing this and then demanding that I give him one of my bullets. And that's fine. If you want to share this and have me send you a bullet, go right ahead, man. But don't forget to have a fantastic